Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode from Northeast Side by Side. Today we're going to be doing a little walk around and discussion on things that I like and don't like about my 2019 Honda Talon 1000R. The R is the 68.4 inch wide version, which in a lot of the Northeast trails around here I haven't had any problems with. It's been a very great handling and performing vehicle. I had nothing but love for this thing. But there is also a couple things that, I did have a couple minor little issues with, but nothing that would make me want to switch to any other brand. We'll take you for a little walk around here. Come with me. Okay, to start off with, my little modifications that I've done since I've bought this machine. We have done a set of seismic pursuit mirrors, which I personally do like a lot better than the ones I had in my last machine, because real metal frame construction. The glass is 100% replaceable. You access it from this rear piece back here. You pop that plate off and you can undo the glass. Everything's very easy to service. Pop off the cap here if you want to replace just this and keep the mount, or replace just the mount. It does fold in if need to, which is nice. It can go more than that. The other modifications I have done have been to the inside. I have installed a RAM mount, which has made it very handy to mount either GPS or, in this case, a cell phone holder. You can do just about anything with the RAM mount. Those are phenomenal. I love them. They're inexpensive and they work. The other thing I've done is just a $15 mirror from Amazon. Nice wide convex. Lets me see everything behind my machine. Great visibility. And probably one of the more important modifications that you can put in your machine is a quality fire extinguisher mount and fire extinguisher. I have this in here for whenever I run into a Polaris on the trail. You never know when, they're going to need one. But it is a quick release. I could access it from my driver's seat if need be. And even anybody right outside the machine can access it as well. Have a few just nylon Velcro on grab handles. Makes it easier for the passenger as well. Got one here on the passenger side. Makes it nice and easy to get in and out. I did probably a really cheap, simple modification to this machine. I made my own little stone guard for the radiator using a piece of the metal here from the air filter after I replaced it. Just cut the little plastic rivet pieces off, popped it out, took some sheet metal screws with the rubber washer and the metal washer on here, and it just mounts right on. Good and sturdy, keeps the big stones out of the radiator at least. Eventually I'll modify a little bit more and do something behind, but for right now this is working perfect. As far as any issues I have had with this machine since buying it, I bought it in July of 2019. First day with it, it was taken right straight to a track where I proceeded to play pretty good with it. Took it nice and easy for about 3-4 miles, and after that it was putting her in sport mode and letting her eat. But the only real issue I had, which can be found even if you're taking it easy sometimes, is the notorious front left differential seal. It can leak. Mine did it twice. The seal got warrantied. Everything was fine. What you're seeing here is not a leaking diff seal. It's no longer leaking. It's just a little bit of residual left that, unfortunately, no matter how many times you wipe it off, it's oil. Oil and water, doesn't mix, so it'll be seen there. I also put a set of the Generation 1, version 1, rock blocks guard here to keep all the stuff from getting inside my wheel in the rear. So far it's been doing a good job, but I do like the way the rock knockers are looking. They mount up a little bit higher here, come down a bit more, offer more protection, so I might eventually upgrade to those at some point. Other than that, everything's been holding up good. These tires have been spun quite a bit in the dirt. The machine has seen some asphalt use in New Hampshire and may or may not have seen some asphalt use around here in Connecticut. We won't deny that, and we won't confirm it either. The machine currently has, let's see here. Hello. 635 miles. Seats have been very comfortable. We've gone for trips that last anything from just a couple hours of playing around over at a friend's house, all the way to riding up in New Hampshire for 8-9 hours at a clip on the trail, and these seats have been very comfortable this entire time. And a question that I see quite often online is, what do people like for windshields? Well, I'm not being cheap on this one. This is just my personal opinion here. I went with the quarter window from Honda. The installation, very easy. It's been working great. And as far as, do you get a lot of wind in your face? Not really. Maybe just the very towards the top. You won't really feel any of the wind until you get up about right here. So, your hands, they keep nice and comfortable, nice and warm in the wintertime. Obviously, gloves, that's what you're going to need. But other than that, I prefer to have this quarter window versus a full window, because for one, should you be playing around, riding hard, you get a little bit dirty, now you got to worry about cleaning a whole entire windshield off just to have some visibility. Versus, I just simply wipe goggles off a little bit, and I can see again. I'm perfectly fine. Reason number two, this is one that people don't really seem to think about too much, is what would you do in the event that you rolled your machine upside down? Or even in a position where maybe it's on its side and you can't get out via the top. Well, as big as a guy as I am, I have a pretty decent opening where I can use the front right here as a point of an exit. Seen a little bit of off-road racing in my days, doing track safety, and being able to get out more than just your door can be a huge headache saver and lifesaver at times. So that is why I did that. Other than that, really haven't had any problems with the machine. Some guys have been saying they've been having issues with transmission, with sub-transmission actually, but I make sure that when I am at a stop, that's when I switch gears. I don't try even rolling a mile an hour and changing it from drive to reverse or to low or like that. I've had no problems. And this machine, as you can see by how clean and or not clean it is in some spots, it has been taken care of, but at the same time, it's definitely been pushed. As you can see by some of the other videos that I've done, it's been run hard at times. Not afraid to get the tires off the ground. Not afraid to get her sideways at high speed. And it just takes it. Do I feel like it could use more power? Well, at times, yes. At times, no. Excuse me. At times, when you're running with other people, I don't feel that I need 195 horsepower like some of these big machines, especially not around here where we are in the Northeast. Sometimes that 195 horsepower can just get you into trouble. I have the stock 104 with the factory exhaust. I've done no intake modifications, no computer programming modifications or anything like that. And I've been able to keep up with some guys with 172 horsepower. Keep them right up on their back bumper. I've had no complaints. I've actually had some people that have the Can-Ams be pretty impressed with the machine and my driving, but also with how well the machine performed, how I was able to keep up with them. So yeah, that's says something about the Honda with their 6-speed DCT transmission instead of having those belts. So, after all that being said, if I had to buy another machine, Would it be another Talon? Yes, I would gladly buy another Talon. I would have no hesitation after everything I've seen, heard, done, experienced with this machine. I would definitely buy another one. If somebody was to ask me would I recommend one to them, I would say yes. I've actually had a friend of mine ask me what I thought about my machine, give him an honest opinion. He went out and bought one, and since then, he has been more than happy, nothing but impressed, and just downright in love with his machine. Okay, so let's talk the wish list. The wish list that I have for this machine started out pretty small, and now it's grown quite a bit. The wish list versus the I will have soon list, a little bit different, but we're just going to stick with the wish list right now. Wish list: harnesses for driver and passenger. Would like a custom steering wheel, maybe potentially with a quick release setup. Would like to do a full roll cage. Would like to go with a set of beadlock wheels and possibly a set of the 32-inch Maxxis Liberties. You know, they seem like a pretty darn good tire. Might consider doing an exhaust of either HMF, full exhaust, or an Evolution Power Sports exhaust. You didn't hear that. I was also thinking about doing, it would go up top here in the cage, is a S&B particle separator. Helps the air filters last quite a bit longer. Mine, I got about, we'll say 600 miles out of it, and I'll tell you this, by the time I replaced it, it needed it. I actually could feel a difference in power. Another item that I put on this machine that I missed is lower doors. They're the Honda lower doors. If I could do it all over again, I would choose a different lower door, to be honest with you. The Honda lower door that I put on required an excessive amount of trimming, way more than what it shows on the door. It ended up taking me quite a bit longer than it should have to install. Fit and finish is good. It just was a royal pain to install. It was not just a quick 10-minute job. It ended up taking me almost half an hour per door to fine tune it. But once they were on there, it does a heck of a lot better job keeping all the debris out and everything. Makes for a world of difference. That being said, as far as keeping more debris down, definitely given some thought to the Rock Blocks fender extensions. I've seen a lot of good about those. They seem to definitely help keep a lot of stuff down. They seem like they're pretty easy to install. Doesn't look like it would take me more than an hour to put them on. And that's taking my time. Would like to see about doing some auxiliary lighting someday. Maybe put a nice light bar up here on the front. Maybe a couple auxiliary lights on the front bumper. Given some thought to a J Sport front bumper. See how those come out. They look pretty nice, got to admit. Nice looking front bumper there, Adam Gunn. Yeah, that's. Trying to think if there's anything I'm missing. Roll cage, set of tires and wheels, S&B particle separator, harnesses, steering wheel. Yeah, I mean, want to do the shocks. I'd like to see about having Weller Racing tune my shocks. And see how it performs. And I'm sure there's probably a couple things that I might be missing and a couple things that that just might change over time, that I either will or won't use, or put on. Yeah, that seems about it. I know I've been enjoying this machine ever since day one. The day I brought it home, I've been having a blast with it. I look forward to many more days with this machine. Honda, you made a heck of a side-by-side. Because before this, I had a Honda Pioneer 1000. That was a great side-by-side. Do not get me wrong. I loved it. That was a very nice trail machine. This is something I have where I can go a heck of a lot faster, more comfortably. It fits my lifestyle a bit more. I like to go fast. I like to jump. I like to kick it sideways. I like a plush ride. What can I say? I'm a little bit nuts. But that's just how I am. Not going to get that out of me anytime soon. But yeah, hopefully we'll see some of those accessories come on this machine sometime in the future. I can assure you of that.